Welcome. It's funny. Have you ever noticed how building a new team isn't like flipping a switch? It's always a journey. Sometimes it's a really smooth climb, and, well, other times not so much. Today, we're going to dig into that journey, starting with a question that I think pretty much everyone has asked themselves at some point. Just think back to your first day on a new project. You know that feeling, right? That initial awkwardness where everyone's a little hesitant, the roles aren't totally clear, and it feels like you're moving in slow motion. It's a totally universal feeling, but the good news is there's a real reason it happens. And the even better news, what feels like total chaos is actually a predictable process. Yep, there's a map that can help us make sense of this whole journey from being a bunch of strangers into a team that just absolutely crushes it. And that map is exactly what we're going to unpack today. We're going to look at a classic model that leaders use all the time to navigate, support, and really speed up their team's growth. It's called the Tuckman Ladder. And what it does is it breaks down team development into 5 really distinct stages. It's a super foundational concept if you want to understand the social and professional side of how a group of people evolves into a truly tight-knit unit. And this is the goal. This is what we're all aiming for, a high-performing team. One that has deep trust, collaborates without even thinking about it, and can adapt to pretty much anything thrown at them. This right here is our destination. And listen, this isn't just some abstract theory. The Tuckman Ladder is a huge part of the team performance domain in project management. The whole point is to intentionally build a culture where a group of individuals can come together, not just to check off tasks, but to deliver real, meaningful business value. So, how do we get there? Well, it's a climb. Let's break down the 5 stages of the Tuckman Ladder, one rung at a time. So here they are: forming, storming, norming, performing, and finally, adjourning. Think of this as our roadmap. So let's see how a team actually builds that momentum, starting right at the beginning. Okay, stage 1 is forming. This is the classic getting to know you phase. You usually see this right at the project kickoff meeting, where, everyone's on their best behavior, trying to make that good first impression. The main focus here is all about orientation. People are trying to figure out the project, sure, but they're also trying to figure out each other. It's all about introductions, learning names, and getting a sense of who brings what skills to the table. Everyone's polite, but they're not really productive yet. At this point, they're mostly focused on their individual to-do list, and that bigger why, the project's real purpose, is probably still a little fuzzy. And then comes storming. And yeah, the name pretty much says it all. The politeness from that first stage starts to fade a little, and the reality of actually working together starts to set in. This part can definitely be uncomfortable, but it is absolutely crucial. This is where the real work of becoming a team begins. Personalities start to emerge, people might have different ideas about how to get things done, and yeah, conflicts can pop up. You might see some people jockeying for position or influence. Now, this phase could be really quick, or it could be a long, drawn-out struggle. But a team has to get through it to move forward. Now, if a team can successfully navigate that storm, they get to the norming stage. This is where you can feel things start to click. The team starts to sort out its differences and establish its own unwritten rules of engagement. And the big thing here is a shift from thinking I to thinking we. The team really starts working like a single unit. Roles are accepted, processes get ironed out, and people learn how to really collaborate. And because there's a foundation of trust now, any issues that come up get dealt with quickly, which lets them start focusing on the bigger picture, together. And that brings us to the stage every team is shooting for, performing. And this isn't just about being busy, it's about being an incredibly efficient, mature, and high-achieving unit. This is where that magic word, synergy, really comes to life. The team accomplishes way more together than the sum of what its members could do on their own. They're proactive, they solve their own problems, and because they're all aligned on the project's true goal, they just consistently produce amazing, high-quality work that delivers real results. This is the top of the ladder. But of course, all projects eventually come to an end. So the final stage is adjourning. This is when the work is finally done and the team gets ready to go their separate ways. And this is a good reminder that projects are, at their core, about people. After working so closely together, especially in a high-performing team, people form really strong bonds. So even though finishing the project is a huge success, breaking up the team can be kind of bittersweet. Okay, so that all sounds pretty neat and tidy, right? A straight climb to the top. But in the real world, things are a little messier. So let's talk about some of the hidden rules of the Tuckman Ladder. First off, this is not a one-way street. A big change, like a new person joining the team or a sudden shift in the project's scope, can knock a team from performing right back down into storming. Second, there's absolutely no guarantee of success. A lot of teams get stuck in that storming phase and just never get out. And finally, the team's culture isn't something that just happens. It starts on day one, and it grows and changes through every single one of these stages. So what does all this mean for a leader? It means your leadership style has to adapt. It has to change. In the forming stage, a leader needs to be directive, setting clear goals. Then, during storming, they need to switch into a coaching role, helping to mediate conflict. In norming, they become more of a facilitator, encouraging collaboration. And once the team hits the performing stage, the best thing a leader can do is trust them, empower them, and get out of their way. So why is all of this so important? Because a team's journey up this ladder is directly tied to the success of the project, and maybe not just in the way you'd think. This idea really gets to the heart of it. A truly great team doesn't just produce deliverables, that's the what. They achieve outcomes, that's the why. They don't just say build a new website, they increase online sales by 20%. A high-performing team gets the business value they're supposed to create, and they are 100% committed to delivering it. So let's wrap this up with a question for you to think about. When you look at the teams you're on right now, can you pinpoint where they are on this ladder? Because just understanding that's the first step to helping them climb even higher. Thanks for tuning in.